Inflation isn't coming, it's here, and while most people are reacting, we'll show you how to get ahead of it with strategies backed by real assets.
But one of the things I want to do is introduce to you now my brother Chris. All right. Now, I've been self-employed for over 30 years. I had a pest control business. My wife had an assisted living home business. We were getting worn out. And when my brother introduced this to me, it was something where I saw how you can earn income here with 7K. And within 2 years of being a 7K Metals member, thanks to what we're about to show you next, I was able to get out of both of those businesses. So I'm so thankful to my brother. I'm going to stop sharing my screen and I'm going to turn the time over to him now. He's been with 7K actually since a month after they started. Okay. He joined right in the beginning, a month before I did. And Chris comes from, he was in the Army for 40 years. He was a Black Hawk helicopter instructor pilot. He's now a life flight pilot, and he's amazing when it comes to helicopter piloting. But he's been with 7K, like I said, over 8 years, and he's a silver associate. He's going to show you what that means in just a second. So, Chris, I'm going to turn the time over to you and let you take it away. Okay, brother?
Awesome. Thanks, Joe. Man, I appreciate that. What a great job on the member benefits that we have here.
Well, hello, my friends. How are you? Suzan Bafford here. It is so good to see you guys tonight. Welcome to our Zoom this evening. We're so happy that you're here with us this evening. I see lots of new people coming in and some friends as well. So welcome. I am Suzan from Prescott, Arizona. And we have just an amazing overview. So I tell you what, we are doing an amazing thing here because we get to create generational wealth, and you're going to hear a bunch about that this evening. So if you're new with us tonight, it would be so cool if you would drop your name in the chat below and let us know who invited you and where you're coming to us from. It is a great Tuesday to come to you. I think, a terrific Tuesday is a great word for today. So also remember this one thing, that purchasing precious metals and bullion and collectibles, it all involves risks. So we highly encourage you to do your due diligence and properly educate yourself prior to purchasing precious metals. Wow, we have a great group of people here tonight. Let's see who is all here with us. Hello, Sean from Louisiana. So good to see you. You have a Louisiana last name too. I love that. Good evening, Barry and Sharon from New York. Welcome, welcome. So good to see you guys here. Hello, Joseph from Phoenix, Arizona. And Johnny Harris from Texas. Good to have you with us. And we have Wayne there. Amy Coick from Pennsylvania. Welcome, my friend. Good to see you. And there is Joe Preston from San Jose, California. Welcome, you guys. We are so happy to have you here with us this evening. It is such an honor to be able to host this call for you. If you've never seen this presentation before, make sure you have something to write on, or even if you've seen it a few times, because you're probably going to have questions. And at the very end, you're going to be able to have those questions answered. So make sure to write them down. But tonight, I have the most amazing pleasure to bring to you our speaker. He comes to us from being with this company for almost the very beginning. He has done many things in his career, and he has served our country for many years. And I always want to thank him for that, because that is something that not all of us have done, right? And he is a gold direct with the company. He has done amazing things. He travels a lot. His brother's right here with him, running along the side. He's a family man, and I've met his family. They're such beautiful people. But what he does is he implements this presentation in a way that nobody else does. So I'm so excited that you guys are going to get to hear from Chris Latin Sr. Chris, are you there?
Suzan, thank you so much for the introduction. We appreciate you and all that you do. You're awesome. And it was such a pleasure meeting you, not only at convention and then also, or convention last year, and then also at our event in Phoenix just recently. We had a lot of fun together, and that's what we do. We do have a lot of fun when we work together. But what we're here to talk about is how to be able to grow your wealth and protect your wealth. Those are two things that aren't taught in school. I want to start with a question. I want to know if any of you think that inflation is out of control. Drop a 1 in the chat if you feel like inflation is out of control right now. When I look at the statistics over the last 5 years, inflation is up 27%. Did you guys get a 27% pay raise over the last 5 years? I know I didn't, and I feel like I've had a pretty good job. I worked for the military for a long time, 40 years, and now I fly life flight. I still love, flying helicopters. And the thing is, I did not get that 27% pay raise like inflation is going up. And so we tend to struggle. Everyone tends to struggle because inflation outpaces our increases in pay. And so I want to share with you the secret to protect yourself against inflation, no matter what it is gold and silver. Now, a lot of times people check out when they hear the term gold and silver. Please don't be that person. I can understand why people do check out. They feel like it's a rich man's game. I've seen the ads on TV. I hear it on the radio. I've seen the billboards. I've called a couple of those ads in the past, and they want $5,000 to $10,000 up front. Folks, it doesn't have to be like that. And so I can understand why people check out. But here's the thing. I'm going to share with you, again, the secret how gold and silver keep up with inflation. I'm going to give you a quick example, and I'm going to show a couple others as well as we go along. This coin is a 1-ounce gold coin. This coin in the early 1900s had a value of $20. So what could you purchase for $20 in the early 1900s? And I realize that we weren't around, but this is to show how gold keeps up with inflation. I'm going to show you how silver keeps up with inflation as well. For $20 in the early 1900s, you could have purchased a custom-made suit, a tailor-made dress, a high-end firearm. Now, the best firearm on the market back then was the Colt Peacemaker. It was $17 in the early 1900s. So for a $20 gold coin, you could get a brand new pistol. Well, today, can we buy a new suit with $20? Not possible. How about a tailor-made dress? Not possible. How about any type of firearm for $20? Maybe a water gun. It might give you a few rounds for a regular pistol, but not very much for $20. This coin has a value of over $3,000 now. So the reality is we can still purchase the same things that you could in the early 1900s. This is how gold keeps up with inflation. I'm going to show you a couple others as well. I'm going to pull up some slides. Hopefully that grabbed your attention. And so gold and silver keep up with inflation. That is the secret we're sharing. And so we're going to not only talk about how to build a wealth strategy, but those two key elements that I talked about. Grow your wealth, protect your wealth. And so we do that by having precious metals, by gold and silver. We believe that everyone should own precious metals. They don't teach this stuff in school. They don't teach it in college. They didn't teach it in the 40 years of me being in the military. Not once did they mention precious metals. But when we see the decline of the dollar you can see this is over a 100-year span. The decline of the purchasing power of the dollar has gone down over 97%. And here it is, 2025, we're down to 99%. Purchasing power has diminished. But what's happened with gold? It's done the complete opposite. And same thing with silver. And so we call gold and silver sound money. It's really a fancy term for gold and silver. The wealthy have used this for a very long time. If you think about it, gold and silver has been a means of trade for over 5,000 years. Any financial institution, banks, they're collecting gold and silver, and governments as well. Here's a couple more examples I want to share with you. So, we talked about the coin from early 1900, but let's go from 1965 to now. So we're talking a 60-year span. So for 2,500 paper dollars or 2,500 ounces of silver in 1965, you could have purchased a new Mustang. Today, there's no way you're getting a Mustang for $2,500. But this same silver, 2,500 ounces of silver, has a value of over $80,000, and you can purchase 2 Mustangs. Let's compare that to gold. Same amount, $2,500 in gold, now buys 5 Mustangs. So this is the key. This is the secret. Again, they don't teach this stuff in school. They don't teach it in college. But we are here to share this information with you. I realize 60 years is quite a bit of time, but let's break it down to 5 years. Imagine if you had, at 5 years ago, you put away $1,000. If you put $1,000 in the bank, purchasing power would be $760 right now. But if you put it into gold or silver, you can see that it's doubled or almost doubled. And so that's the reality about precious metals. So if sound money is really so smart, how come everybody doesn't know about it? And that's the thing. That's what we're here to do. We're here to share the information so that you can make a decision whether you want to own precious metals or not. We actually believe that everyone should be able to. Now, a lot of times people don't know about it because they don't know where to get it. They don't know who to trust. They don't know if they're buying from a good purchasing source. And so that's a big deal. That's why a lot of times people stay away from it. When they learn that it's important, but then they kind of, I knew that gold and silver had value, but I really didn't understand why until I was introduced to this company. And so now there's answers to that. Many of you have probably have a Sam's Club membership or a Costco membership. Imagine having a membership here at 7K Metals, a membership that makes you part of an exclusive buying club, so you now have access to gold and silver bullion. I call that the defense, and gold and silver collectibles, I call this the offense. I think it's important that we have a good defense and a good offense when it comes to the economy and inflation, and you can do it all through a membership. Again, very similar to Sam's Club or Costco. We have 2 memberships. First is the basic membership, where you can purchase gold and silver fractionally. Here's what I mean by that. A lot of times people say to me, man, that coin is so beautiful. I would really like to own that. And I tell them it's, right now it's about $3,500. And people say, well, I don't have that kind of money. So I get it. If inflation's out of control, how do we really have extra money? So the thing is, if you've got $3,500, great. If you've got $300 or $30 or even $1, you can purchase precious metals through the Sound Money wallet. And I have a short video on that.
We're now completely revolutionizing the industry and making it so anyone and everyone can seamlessly start buying precious metals. It doesn't matter if you want to start with $100 or even $1. The new technology provided by our partner company Sound Money Wallet will allow you to convert your cash to various asset classes of fractional gold or silver quickly with no games or gimmicks. With Sound Money, you own the metals you buy, but they store them safe and sound. And you'll sleep easy at night knowing that if you ever want your metals, they'll be in the mail at the drop of a hat. Sound Money uses a non-segregated vault at their partner company, VaultMax, to store your precious metal assets, protected by some of the most technologically advanced security out there. You can be sure your metals are safe there. If you want your metal, simply request it. Pay the shipping and insurance and it will be on the way. But what if you need cash? This is the only tool on the market with the power to give you frictionless liquidation with one of the best buyback prices in the industry. Sound Money will make your ownership journey convenient and easy. Be confident that control is back in your hands from start to finish. Let Sound Money Wallet work for you.
And I love having access to the Sound Money Wallet. I deal with a lot of military folks, and military people tend to move every 3 to 4 years due to different duty assignments, and they don't want to lug their gold and silver from one duty station to the next. Some people live in neighborhoods that aren't really safe to keep your precious metals at home. And so the Sound Money Wallet is a great way to not only buy gold and silver bullion, I call that the defense, but it's a great way to store it as well, because everything you purchase is backed up by physical gold and silver, and it's kept in a private vault. I emphasize private vault when I share this message because if the economy tanks, Uncle Sam can get into your savings account, your checking account, your safety deposit box. It's all in the fine print. but Uncle Sam cannot get into a private vault. And so, and this is state-of-the-art military-grade private vault system that you're able to purchase gold and silver bullion. And we have 4 metals that we can purchase right now. We've got gold and silver eagles, and then we have gold and silver bars, 1 ounce, 100 ounce. And so that's the 4 types of metals that we can purchase in the Sound Money wallet. Now, when you become a member here with the basic membership, you'll receive $20 instantly in your Sound Money wallet of gold, and that comes with the membership. You can also store up to $1,000 in the Sound Money wallet at no charge. Also, with your basic membership comes the buyer certification. This teaches us the 5 top reasons why people buy gold and silver. It teaches us about the economy. It teaches us what metals to buy based off of our own goals. And then we have the collector's training. The collector's training teaches us the difference between proof 70s, MS70s, gem uncirculated coins, bullion, things of that nature. And so it helps to educate us on what to buy. And so when I first started, I knew gold and silver had value, but now I really understand it. And when I'm looking at gold and silver, I feel like I'm an expert because of this training. A lot of times people say they would pay $500 alone for each one of these. It comes with your basic membership here. And you can see, not only do we have access to the Sound Money wallet, storing up to $1,000 in the Sound Money wallet at no charge, buyer certification collector's training, but we also have access to collector's coins. Now, collector's coins, again, I go back to the offense. So, most everyone knows about gold and silver bullion, but let's talk about gold and silver collectibles. So this is the same coin. This is a Walking Liberty on one side and an American Silver Eagle on the other. We call it a Silver Eagle. Now I pay about $40 for this coin, the bullion, but I pay $115 for my collector's coin. It's the same coin, but it's gone through a grading process. And that grading process, they determine, it goes under 5 times magnification. They're looking for clarity and purity. The ones that are deemed flawless are sealed in this hard acrylic case. They're barcoded, they're registered, and they're given the rating of MS70. It's the highest rating a coin can receive. Mint state 70. So this is what gives it more value, is because it's in perfect condition. Only a certain population of coins, and it's a very small population, are given the rating of MS70. Because when they mint them, they don't all come out perfect. And so we are able to buy these at $115. I get one on a regular basis every single month. But collector's coins, you can see just from this slide alone, it has beautiful artwork. A lot of them tell a great story. They have historical significance, and they're kept in perfect or near perfect condition. So when you have things that are stunning, that are rare, that have that story that we talked about, you put them with gold or silver, and now that collectible is a winning item. And what I mean by that, winning, is historically, these coins have always gone up in value. We don't know what the value is going to be 5 years or 10 years from now, but what we do know is historically, these MS70s, proof 70s, have always gone up in value. Take the Montana butterfly. I'm holding one up right here. I got one of these when I was purchasing the State Animal Series. Montana butterfly, originally $150, now sells for over $1,000. The Julius Caesar coin, I have one of those as well, holding that up. Purchased for $360, and it was a 12 coin set. I have all 12 of them. Now sells for over $500. The Tiffany art coin, you can see, sold for $100 originally, now sells for over $2,000. Folks, this is all part of your basic membership where you have access to these collector's coins. And a lot of times people say to me, okay, what do I do with a collector's coin? I know how to sell gold and silver bullion. 7K actually has the best buyback in the industry when it comes to gold and silver bullion. But how do I sell my Montana butterfly if I want to? How do I get $1,000 for it? That's where Stack and Sell comes in. Stack and Sell is a third-party company that is partnered with 7K. and makes it so that you can scan your coins, keep track of them. You can see what you purchased them for. You can see what the market value is. And there's also a platform within Stack and Sell that's called Marketplace. You can put your coin in Marketplace, and let's say I want to sell my Montana butterfly for $2,000. I put it in the Marketplace, and if somebody says they want to buy it for $2,000, they click on it, they click Purchase, and realize you don't have to be 7K to be able to see Stack and Sell Marketplace. It could be anyone in the world. So they purchase the coin, the funds go to Stack and Sell, I send the coin to Stack and Sell, they verify it's real, they release the funds, release the coin, and that is a very safe way to do business with gold and silver. You don't really want to meet somebody in the Lowe's parking lot or the Sam's Club parking lot to do business with your gold and silver. So Stack and Sell is pretty incredible. Again, this is part of your basic membership. You can track up to 10 coins with the basic membership, and you'll also have access to instant gold pay. And now what do I mean by that? Instant gold pay, you've received 20 just for becoming a member, but you can actually receive either $20 or $80 of instant gold pay by referring a friend. And I mean, as simple as, I'm not talking about I'm not talking about you have to go out here and share this with a whole bunch of people. That's not what we do. What we do is encourage you to share it, just like if you went to a movie and you saw a good movie and you told your friend about it. Your friend now goes to that movie, they see it. That movie theater is not going to pay you to refer a friend, but we will pay you to refer a friend to 7K, either $20 or $80 instantly in gold.
Whenever you refer a new customer membership to 7K, we will instantly pay you either $20 or $80 in fractional gold, sent to VaultMax and instantly shown on your Sound Money dashboard. We'll say that again. Instant gold.
I love some instant gold pay. I gotta tell you, that's pretty incredible. So again, we're talking about the value here of the basic membership. You can see the value is $477. It does not cost that much. It's $149, and this is a one-time fee, the basic membership. So we went through all the things that we received there, but let's talk about our legacy membership as well. So in a lot of cases, Sam's Club, they have a membership and they've got a business membership or a VIP membership. This is your VIP membership, the legacy VIP membership. Same things you get in the basic membership, but instead of $20 instantly in gold when you become a member, you're going to receive $40 instantly. And instead of being able to store up to $1,000 in the Sound Money wallet at no charge, now you can store up to $50,000. Let's move that buyer certification and collector's training together. And then with Stack and Sell, remember we could stack up to 10 coins? Now it's unlimited with the legacy membership. You still have access to the instant gold pay, and we're going to add one more thing here. We're going to add the metal matching bonus. This is a 1% bonus, but this is pretty significant. I'm thinking, okay, 1%, how much gold or silver am I going to get with a matching metal bonus? And really, what does that mean? So if I sign up as a legacy member here at 7K, I set up my Sound Money wallet, and now I refer a friend, and they start putting money in their Sound Money wallet. I get 1% of that of the same type of metal. So let's say that my friend started buying gold eagles. And this actually happened to me about 4 months ago. A friend of mine signed up. He was just interested in buying gold and silver. Told him about the Sound Money wallet. Little did I know, until it showed up in my Sound Money wallet, he put $90,000 in the Sound Money wallet. That meant $900 of gold showed up in my Sound Money wallet. And it's that simple. It's referring a friend, and you get 1% of that when they purchase in their Sound Money wallet. You can share this with as many people as you choose. There's no limit on that. And you can earn 1% off of each purchase. Now, you can see the value here is over $800. But it's only $5.99. And again, this is a one-time fee. All right. Your legacy membership is $5.99. I'm going to tell you right up front, when I first started in 7K over 8 years ago, the annual membership was $500. And I was happy to pay it because my membership has so much value. Now they've changed it to a one-time legacy membership of $5.99. You have all the bells and whistles, everything that comes with your membership. So we encourage people to pick a membership, whether it's the basic membership or the legacy membership. And then after that, it's really whatever you want to do. You have access to our exclusive buying club, but I'm going to share with you, and I'm also going to recommend that you get a subscription. And here's what I mean by that. We have 3 categories here that we're going to talk about as a subscription. First is 7K Pro. You'll automatically be signed up for 7K Pro when you become a member. It's automatic through the first 15 days. You can turn it off at any time. But it costs $59.95 per month. And you have access to 7K University, some additional training, some coin drops, some loyalty points, 30 loyalty points. Loyalty points are way cool because you can get some free stuff with that. I'm going to share with you. I think I got it right here. So with my loyalty points, since we're talking about that, you earn loyalty points 7K Pro, referring a friend. Each time you purchase an autosaver, we'll talk about that in a moment, you earn loyalty points. Well, I had actually purchased this coin. It's a 3-ounce fighter pilot coin. It's part of the Real Heroes series. I purchased this for $650. Shortly after I made this purchase, I saw the same coin in the loyalty shopping area. I had enough points for it, so I got a second coin at no cost. All it cost me was my loyalty points. And so the thing is, folks, loyalty points are super beneficial. But again, you get that with your 7K Pro subscription. You'll also have access to 7K Advantage. This is a program where you can save on travel, whether it's hotels, car rental, vacation packages, department stores, movie theaters, restaurants, and even airfare. So this is one category. The next category is depositing in your Sound Money wallet on a regular basis, putting something in there each month. And we've got 5 different times that you can do that. I'm talking days of the month, the 1st, the 8th, the 15th, the 21st, and the 26th. You can pick one of those. You can pick all of those and make a deposit every single week or every single month into your Sound Money wallet. Imagine if you would have put $100 a month into your Sound Money wallet. After 3 years, this is what it would have looked like. Your cash of $1,200 after 3 years with gold would turn into $4,639. This is the power of gold and silver. And so this monthly contribution towards our Sound Money wallet is, again, it's an optional subscription that we have. 7K Pro is optional. Monthly subscription in our Sound Money wallet is optional. And then also the auto savers are optional. We currently have 4 auto savers. We have the American Silver Eagle, which we talked about a moment ago. American Silver Eagle. We have the half-gram State Animal series that we're currently running. And these are all graded perfect. The Beauties of the World series, really, really cool coins. And then we have this gold note. The artist Thomas Holdman is a stained glass artist. He's well known around the world. He's partnered with 7K. He's put his beautiful artwork on these gold notes. And I got to tell you, when I first started out in 7K, I got the American Silver Eagle every single month. I'm still doing that. And then they added more autosavers. So now there's 4 of them. I actually get one of all 4 every single month. And I do it for 2 reasons. 1, I really like them. You should always buy what you like. 2, I did my research. And again, historically, these items have always gone up in value. And so for me, I trade my fiat currency that keeps going down in value for my autosaver that continues to go up in value, for my Sound Money wallet bullion purchases, and also for 7K Pro. So I have actually subscribed to all of these, and I do it because it makes sense. Now, it takes a lot of discipline to be able to do that.
Discipline. There's a reason successful people are always talking about it. Without it, you might as well be treading water. You can't go anywhere or get anything in life without the discipline to make it happen. At 7K, we know it's too important to live without, even if you're still developing it. So we automated it. You use automated discipline almost every day for the physical things that matter most in your life. Your mortgage, cell phone, car, credit cards. Do you make those payments manually every month? No. You set them on autopay because it's too important to risk messing up. Gold and silver assets are like your money's best friends. They have its back, but they don't just appear when you need them. And like the other most important things in your life, collecting them is too important to risk messing up. Stack assets on autopay with 7K's Autosaver. Don't wait to secure your money's future, and spend the time you save developing the discipline to go after other big goals. At 7K, we help you put assets on autopilot.
That's what I do. I put the assets on autopilot. I'm buying one of all four of these autosavers every single month. So, again, you pick a membership, you have access to instant gold pay. When you refer a friend, you've got the metal matching bonus, you get rewards points as well. Now, let's talk about rewards points. You will receive them anytime that you refer a friend, or you'll receive them anytime that you purchase an autosaver. You'll receive them anytime that you purchase 7K Pro, or participate in a coin drop. You can see it doesn't matter. There's no limit on that. And so what our referral program is, again, this is optional. No one has to go out and share this with anyone. And I will tell you that of the 100% of the people that are in 7K, 85% are just customers. They don't share it. 15% of us, we share it. We share it on a regular basis. But you can earn points in the referral program. And with that referral program, not only will you receive the $80 of gold when a person becomes a legacy membership, gets a legacy membership in your organization, and I shouldn't say organization, when you refer a friend, you will receive $80 when they get a legacy membership. That happens automatic. You'll still have access to the 1% metal matching bonus, but you also receive points. And when a person gets a basic membership, it's going to be 50 points. When they get the legacy membership, it's 150 points. And you can see how this turns into commissions. So when you have over 250 points on each team, you'll receive a $250 commission. And all we do is encourage people. And when I first started, my friend said to me, because I was interested in sharing it, and I said, what do I do? He says, get 2 people. And I said, what do you mean 2 people? He said, 2 people will do the same as you. They get a membership and they get on the autosaver program. Get 2 people to do that, and then help them do the same thing. And that's what we do. We help individuals that want it, that want to do this, to get other people involved, and they earn points as well, and you will too. And that's how the commissions go up. But here's the cool thing about when you become a new member. We have this promotion going on that where 7K will double your points for the first 14 days. The instant gold pay stays the same, but your referral points are doubled, which means you can earn commissions faster. And so here's the thing, folks. We've talked about a bunch of stuff in about 30 minutes. I'm going to share a picture with you. This is a picture of my collection about 5 years ago. And the reason I share this is for 2 reasons. One, I want you to know that prior to 7K, I did not have any precious metals. I started buying a little bit each month. I also started to share it with people, and when I earned commissions, I took 2/3 of what I earned, and I bought more precious metals, and I've been doing that for the last 8.5 years. On the right side, you can see bullion. So I buy my bullion now through the Sound Money wallet, and I have it shipped to me. I like having it on hand. I like keeping it in my safe. And I'm a military guy of 40 years, so my house has booby traps all over the place. But that's just part of my collection. But I also have gold and silver collectibles on the other side, and a mix in the middle. So I'm buying both defense and offense with my 7K membership. Now, here at 7K, our motto is, we believe in you. And I know that the company believes in me. I know that I believe in the company because I've been purchasing precious metals. I've been earning an additional stream of income. And for me, it is a win-win. And the thing is, I'm going to share with you about the money making part just a little bit here. I'm going to end my screen share for a moment, and I want to share with you this referral program that I had just mentioned. You know, I wanted to see if it worked. And so I jumped right into 7K when my friend called me and told me about it. I was so busy at the time, though, I didn't know if I was going to be able to do it because I was running a lawn care business during the day. I did that for 7 years. I was flying helicopters at night, teaching people to fly Blackhawks with night vision goggles. And I did that for 7 years. That was how I made an additional stream of income, was through my lawn care business. And the thing was, I said, okay, I'm going to do this and I have to make time for it. I made time for 7K. I fit it in and I shared it with people. I learned 2 valuable lessons in the first 2 weeks. I learned that the system really works to make money, the referral program we talked about, because my son, who was the first person I enrolled, he made his first commission in week number 1. I made my first commission in week number 2. That taught me 2 lessons, though. System works, that's one lesson. The other lesson is it's not just the people at the top making all the money. And so that was significant. We always want to help our kids, but that was significant. And so I continue to share this with people. 6 months into 7K, my wife and I said, we have a real additional stream of income. That's what we were working for with our lawn care business. We have an additional stream of income with 7K. So what we did is sold our lawn care business. It freed up a lot of time for us. You guys are probably like me. My time is what's most valuable. And when we were able to sell that lawn care business and keep an additional stream of income, that was significant as well. That was a blessing. One more thing about the money-making part. So I served with the military for 40 years. I did 25 years active duty. I retired. You can't live on a retirement. So then I got another job with the military as a Department of the Army civilian and worked 15 more years. Here's the thing. With my retirement for my 25 years, I make a certain amount of money every year. Here at 7K, in my second year of operation, I made the same amount of money that I make in my annual pension. The difference is this money continues to go up because I continue to share something that is a real, tangible asset. Physical gold and silver, both defense and offense, with bullion and collectibles. So for me, folks, I am here to stay. I love being a part of 7K. I really love the friendships that I have developed in the last 8.5 years of being a part of 7K. And this is why we do it. We do it for the additional stream of income. We do it for the nest egg, and we do it for the friendships that we have. Folks, this concludes our overview of 7K. We appreciate you being here. What I'd like to do now is just maybe take a few moments, answer some questions. Like Suzan had said at the beginning, she said we'll open it up for some questions at the end. If you have some questions about what I covered today, I'd be happy to answer those. And so this concludes the formal portion of our overview. Again, we appreciate your time. If you want to stick around for a couple minutes and do a Q&A, that'd be awesome. And so if you have a question, put it in the chat or raise your hand and I'll make it so that you can unmute and ask your question. All right. Suzan, I think we got it covered. I think there's a lot of information there that we just shared. Get your questions answered. Come on board today. Thanks, folks. We appreciate your time.
Thank you for watching. Please get back in touch with the person who shared this with you. Have a beautiful day, evening, or night. We love you. Bye.